invitations, and also congratulations for One Asia Foundation that organizing this program. It's really an honor for me, Indonesian ambassador here in Madrid, and I inform also to our colleagues, ASEAN ambassadors here in Madrid. We have 5 embassies here. ASEAN composed of 10 member countries, but only 5 has embassies here. So we have Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam. And the 5 ambassadors, the 4 of them, they also convey their best regards to you and appreciations for this program. And hopefully maybe next time you may invite other Asian ambassadors to participate in your very, I think, proudful class. And thank you for your attention to Asia. It is really encouraging us because we know well that the distance between Spain and Asia is quite far. That's why this program is very important also for us, particularly because the embassy, our main job is only to promote the visibility of our country and now also including our association, which is ASEAN. As ASEAN now entering our common community, so ASEAN community, all the ASEAN member countries and its citizens has also common responsibility to promote the visibility of ASEAN. So that's why thank you again, Madam Asun, for this invitation. And Professor Siti, actually she is my lecturer in my university, Gajah Mada University is the oldest and the biggest university in Indonesia. And Professor Lukman graduated from Gajah Mada University, but now he is lecturing in the Brawijaya University in East Java, also one of the biggest 5 universities in Indonesia. Please remind me, Jonathan also from the International Relations from the University of Parahyangan, Bandung. So he is also keen to meet you all to discuss about ASEAN and Indonesia with you all. Since we will talk about Southeast Asia, I would like to directly introduce the Southeast Asia composed of all countries. The 10 of them are members of the Southeast Asia Association. Indonesia is the biggest. Indonesia is the biggest country by geography in Southeast Asia. So we have here the original since 1967. The Bangkok Declaration established the ASEAN, 1967. We composed of only Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. And later we enlarged. The enlargement also stages. The first enlargement we include Vietnam, and then Cambodia, Laos, and the latest was Myanmar. So now we compose, and Brunei. Brunei was among the first enlargement. And now we compose 10 members. All in all are in Southeast Asia. From those 10 member countries, Indonesia is the biggest. We have 263 million populations. So more than 40% are Indonesians. And Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei, we speak in the same language. We call it Bahasa Melayu, Malay language. To avoid the political conflicts influenced by the Cold War, we agreed to establish the Southeast Asian Association to focus our development program on the economical program to create prosperity, welfare, and social development in the region. ASEAN now become one of the most active regional groupings. We of course learn much from the EU process, even we are not 100% copying the EU process, because you have already one single currency, one policy, foreign policy. We yet to move until as that advanced, but we learn from your process, and thanks to the EU, to EU member countries including, for their support to the regionalism and integration of ASEAN. We contribute to the maintenance and the creation of international peace and security. So, how to do it? How to contribute greatly in ASEAN position on the to peaceful resolution by having ASEAN centrality. And the strategic significance of the geo-economically and politically ASEAN is because ASEAN region is our first and concentric circle of Indonesia's foreign policy. I say almost the same like Spain, because you are located in Spain, so your first and foremost important foreign policy is belong to the EU. Like Indonesia, we also, our main important foreign policy is belong to the ASEAN. And the region is one of the most busy shipping lanes. That's why now, I think Professor Siti will also share with you the potential disputes in the region, because our region is one of the busiest region. It is very strategic because more than 50,000 vessels pass through the region, more than 50 million barrels of crude oil and gasoline pass through the region, and you know the strategic commodities of gasoline and also crude oil, so become the region as the draw the attention of the major powers, the global powers on the stability of the region. Our region is very important because we are connecting Pacific and Indian Oceans and Asia and Australia continents. And about the rise of international posture of ASEAN, I may say this is only slight information that ASEAN, we are combined of big GDP, and then we projected as the fourth largest by 2050. It is already projected by IMF. So we'll be the largest partners in the world. And after 49 years of ASEAN, we contributed significantly and greatly to the maintenance of peace and stability in the region. And we proudly say that we call it ASEAN's way. As I mentioned before, how to do it, to manage our ASEAN international posture by having ASEAN centrality. What does it mean, the ASEAN centrality? ASEAN centrality is from the internal dimension and from the external dimension. From the internal dimension, we have to speak and act with one voice, like the one the EU already adopted, one EU common policy. We have also speak and act with one voice. And then externally, we have to lead and influence the agenda and policy of the regional architecture. I will inform you later what is now the development of our regional architecture. And our internal and external dimension should also contribute to that ASEAN is a key player in the establishment of cooperation in the region, and ASEAN act as platform for political, security, economic, and socio-cultural cooperation dialogues. And ASEAN leverage in the global community should be increases. So this is why we call it ASEAN centrality, and what is meant of the ASEAN centrality. So, and how to improve its centrality, because this is also a real challenge for us. We are on the process of integration of regional integration of ASEAN. So the challenge is internally, we responded by establishing our ASEAN community to consolidate. So the consolidation of ASEAN community is one of the important agenda in ASEAN, because this is the real challenge. We divided into 10 countries that also not compact in one continent like the EU, because we compose also islands. So the consolidation is the real challenge. Okay? How we can improve? So the consolidation through the adoption of our ASEAN Community Declaration. So externally, we should exercise leadership and then play an active role on the global stage with reference to the Bali Concord III in 2011. So we have already, after the Bangkok Declaration, which is political document establishing the ASEAN, we have also Bali Concord I, Bali Concord II, and Bali Concord III. That the development to respond also the dynamic of the regional development properly, to respond properly. And the establishment of our prosperity through ASEAN development goals. It is 17 points that we adopted during the summit of 2015 under the agenda of the ASEAN Economic Community. So we have three pillars of the ASEAN communities: political pillars, economic pillars, and social cultural pillars. This is the regional architecture. We have dialogue partners, 10 dialogue partners you may see. We have China, South Korea, the US, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, India, and the EU. 10 dialogue partners. So with this team, we have dialogue partners, ASEAN Plus 3, ASEAN Plus 6, and so on. We established also the ASEAN Regional Forum. We established ASEAN Pacific Economic Cooperation. And also, we are also on the process with the Latin America. We have FEALA, Forum of East Asia and Latin America Cooperation. All are under the ASEAN leadership. This is the main documents that become the rule of ASEAN. The first, we have Bangkok Declaration, as I mentioned, in establishing this ASEAN in 1967. And the Zophan Declaration, November 1971. Why this is Zophan? It is Zone of Peace, Freedom, and Neutrality. Because at that time, the regional disarmament was rose up in the region. And ASEAN, we don't want to be the victim of those regional disarmament, of the regional racing, regional armed racing. So that's why we introduced regional disarmament by having this Zone of Peace, Freedom, and Neutrality. And we have Bali Concord the first in 1976, also to introduce the code of conduct among us to establish peace and security. And one of the most important declaration is Declaration on the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in 1976. This is at the same time when our leaders met in Bali. So they issued two important documents, the Bali Concord and the TAC. This TAC should be signed also by parties of those dialogue partners, because this becomes the code of conduct of all dialogue partners of ASEAN in dealing with ASEAN. So, and then the declaration of the establishment of ASEAN Regional Forum. This forum is provide a forum to discuss all issues related to security. So under this ASEAN Regional Forum, now we have already ministers meeting, ministers retreat, and also defense ministers meeting and retreats. The three pillars of these ASEAN regional forums, not only involving ASEAN member countries, the 10, but also all ASEAN dialogue partners, the 10. So 10 plus 10. So 20 countries, they stay together, they organize dialogue under the ASEAN Regional Forum. They may discuss in a friendly manner on issues. They may put any security issues on the table, like Korean issues, Korean nuclear issues, or South China Sea issues, any relevant issues on the table, they discuss frankly. So this ASEAN Regional Forum provide a forum where our ministers may discuss freely all the issues related to their concern and find solutions. And we have also Bali Concord, the second ASEAN Charter. It's one of the most important, where we declared on the establishment of our ASEAN community, and Bali Concord, the third. So on 2015, that reached the 1st January of 2015 last year. So we already passed through all the processes. All the processes already concluded in 2015. And then now we move to the next vision of ASEAN to 2025. So ASEAN 2025 is more challenges, because assume that in 2015 all the citizens in ASEAN, they are aware enough what is the ASEAN community. Community in politics, common community in politics, economic and social and cultural. So we have also 4 pillars on this, and then we have also a vision of ASEAN 2025. The key elements are ASEAN Political Security Community, ASEAN Economic Community, and ASEAN Social Cultural Community. So there are the key elements that now all the member countries from 2015 to 2020, should prepare and provide the citizens to be ready in approaching this vision of 2025. So one of the concrete issue is on the ASEAN connectivity, because all the agendas of the ASEAN community will not work without connectivity. So that's why Indonesia, as we are composed of islands, Indonesia and the Philippines composed of islands, and connectivity is our big challenges. How to connect? So because by ASEAN connectivity, we may have our goods and services flow freely from one member countries to another member countries. On Indonesia, as I already mentioned before, Indonesia is the biggest member country of ASEAN, not only the region but also number of population. See, we have 263 million populations, and our regions is composed of islands. We have 17,000 islands. So, and our ZEE is the biggest in the world. So this is Indonesia. Our President Joko Widodo and Vice President Yusuf Kala has also high commitment to promote ASEAN visibility, ASEAN connectivity, and the ASEAN as our single market. So Indonesia, from our foreign policy, Indonesian foreign policy, we adopted since the beginning in the Constitution. We are politik luar negeri bebas aktif, free and active foreign policy. It is written in our Constitution that we have to contribute to the maintenance of peace and security, international peace and security. And we are member of the United Nations since 1950, and then we also has also big contribution for the United Nations peacekeeping operations, with a good coordination with the Spanish peacekeeping operation, because Spain is one of the biggest contributors. And we want to increase the numbers of our personnel to the UN peacekeeping team. So our economic growth always positive. Last year we maintained 5.02% of our economic growth. So always positive. And our GDP growth and target of 2017 this year. So we still have a modest projections, 5.8% of our GDP. While our trade balance between Indonesia and ASEAN, as you may aware that we in ASEAN almost have common commodities. We have also common demand. The demand almost the same. So that's why this is a big challenge, whether intra-ASEAN trade is also contribute to the development of our ASEAN trading. Because we used to having trade with Europeans. Internal ASEAN, when we established ASEAN in 1967, we almost lack of trading, communication, trading relationship among ASEAN. Like Indonesia, almost of our commodities pass through Singapore direct to Europe since I think 15th centuries. So that's why among ASEAN trade balance, we are still very small. Look at this figure. Even last year, as the biggest market, our trade with ASEAN member countries still deficit 11 million. Only last year, we surplus 2 million. How small it is? It is intra-ASEAN trading. So that's why ASEAN economic community is very important, where we introduce also tariff, non-tariff barrier to also one of the pillar for the economic agenda of ASEAN. And then while for foreign direct investment, it was also very small, only 10 millions last year. So compared to the Spanish investment to Indonesia alone, 51 million only from Spain to Indonesia, while from the rest 9 ASEAN member countries we only have 10 million. So still small. So this is a big challenge, how to increase their trust to invest in all the member countries. So intra-ASEAN investment also one of the agenda. I give here our infrastructure where we say about the connectivity. We composed of islands, so that's why we built also bridges above the sea to connect islands. Besides, we have also air transportation. I used to organize seminars with all the Spanish companies to invite them to build Indonesia, because Spain has also championed in infrastructure. So while Indonesia now we put priority of our infrastructure agenda as part of the ASEAN connectivity, and Alhamdulillah there are many Spanish companies now operate in Indonesia to help us to build this infrastructure. Indonesia and Spain. Indonesia and Spain, you have expedition under Elcano, reached Moluccas. He reached Moluccas from the Philippines on 6 November 1521. So the connection between Indonesia at that time we called still kingdom in Nusantara in North Moluccas. North Moluccas is close to the Philippines. So that's why, starting that date of 1521, we had good trading relationship between Spain and Indonesia, particularly on spice. Because in Moluccas is the only island producing cloth that you need, spices. So that's why we introduced the spices route. Like Chinese one has also Silk Road, now we have spices route. Because it is a real that at that time we have also good connection since before the Tordesillas Agreement. And then officially diplomatic relations since 1958, and I do happy that your government, Spanish government, adopted Look East policy and considers Indonesia as potential partners. Indonesia and Spain are active in the UN peacekeeping operation, as I mentioned. We are also active in the ASEM process. ASEM is Asia-Europe meeting, where our leaders, Asian leaders and European leaders met annually. So they discuss on the cooperation. And we are also members of the G20. Indonesia is the original member of the G20. And also we are sponsoring the UN Alliance on Civilizations. And this is, I have also the picture where Madrian, that later continued by Elcano expeditions around the world, so passed through Indonesia since 1951. And you may see the picture of this in your Naval Museum. The Naval Museum, I took this picture to prepare this presentation. I went to Naval Museum and took this picture for you, seriously. So Indonesia and Spain trade balance. I should say that our balance still deficit for Spain, surplus for Indonesia, quite big. The gap is quite big. So our export here in 2016, see, our export here is 1.5 billion US dollar. We are export to Indonesia for 184 million. So the gap is 1.5 billion US dollar. Still big gap. So we have to work hard on how to make it balance. And I promise already to your new foreign minister to work together to make it the balance, make it closer. And our main commodities importing from Indonesia to Spain market is this one. The biggest is palm oil, because Indonesia is the biggest exporter of palm oil in the world. So, and the smallest one is essential oil. What is essential oil? It's oil, the aromatic oil you need for your perfume. In the world, only Indonesia and Vietnam may grow the plant for essential oil. That's why all countries producing perfume, they always import from us essential oil for your perfume product. So this is our commodities in your market. And the main investment in Indonesia, proudly inform you that Melia Hotel, the first Melia invest outside Spain is in Indonesia. Indonesia is the first country where Melia Hotel built their hotel outside Spain was in Indonesia. So by 2019, Malia will have 23 hotels in Indonesia. And beside that, we have also good cooperation with your CASA Aviation, that before in 1976, we established CASA Indonesia. CASA Nurtanyo, CN. Nurtanyo is the name of our aviation company. That's why the aircraft produced by both sides, we call CN. CN 232 219 with CN, because it is composed from CASA Nurtanyo. But now, you turn to Airbus, so name is Airbus Indonesia, but the name of the aircraft producing by both still with CN. So the latest product was CN 219 for our military uses. So thanks to CASA, the CASA invested in Indonesia and always increasing the investment, and hopefully they will take the benefit of our Ministry of Defense decided to modernization of our military equipment, including the aircraft for military purposes, for disaster areas. So we will use your products, Airbus, and they have very big fabric in Indonesia. I think bigger than the one in Getafe, as big as the one in Sevilla. It's part of Bandung city. Bandung is the capital of West Java, and it called the capital of Asia Africa because the first Asia African conference in 1955 that inspiring all countries for independence was held in Bandung. Besides, since you are from the university, I would also share with you our cooperation on higher education. So Spain has already put in our list for the universities who will receive our students based on our government scholarship. And last year we organized university fair at our embassy, and this year we will organize another one in next October, not only Indonesia Education Fair, University Fair, but also ASEAN. So please come and see our university fair, because universities from Indonesia will have their stands and inform you potentials of both sides. I think, thank you very much for your attention. I hope it gives you more information about our country and ASEAN. Thank you again.